The first night of an 11-game, 10-day, 4-city trip started with a bang, and everything else just fell into place. Well, eventually. The longest night-inning game in the history of both franchises was a lopsided one. And after the battle of these cross-state rivals, one team was sitting in first place. It's a great day to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Phillies and the Pirates get set for Game 2 of this 3-game series. We're not sure if Murph is on that tiki bar or not. We'll find out in just a little while. But yeah, the Phillies are looking for another victory over the Buccos this afternoon in Pittsburgh. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk. He's rested and ready to go for today's ball game. Phillies take on this Pirates team. You know, we know how much they have struggled recently. Last time we saw them, they were in good shape. Not so much, though, recently.
Yeah, and it's been a struggle all across the board. Starting pitching has been very good. The offense isn't scoring any runs. And you look at their on this 4-game losing streak right now, only 13 runs scored, 35 hits, only 3 home runs too, and that, you know, starters ERA almost 15. It's not a good thing for the Pittsburgh Pirates, but it's a great thing if you're the Philadelphia Phillies to take advantage of a struggling team.
All right, our Geico quote of the day comes from Josh Harrison on the Pirates losing streak. Baseball doesn't care about your feelings. You know that better than anybody. It does not. You've got to keep pushing. You've got to show up every day. All you can count on are the guys next to you. Baseball doesn't care, and there's some truth to that. And I think when you look at Jake Arrieta for the Phillies, baseball doesn't care that he's been struggling since the 1st of June. But for Jake, he just wants to get back out there and get better.
Yeah, and hopefully he can work off what he did the last time he faced the Pittsburgh Pirates, because he was just dominant in this game early in the season, helping the Phillies complete that 4-game sweep. And this is what he has to do today. He has to command the fastball to both sides of the plate, pitches with great movement, we know that, but it's the command sometimes that gets away from Jake, and that's when he gets in trouble. If that breaking ball's sharp like it is on these last 2 hitters, he's going to be in good shape, and then that little running fastball to run away from them lefties, run it in on him. He needs to be this guy today. He needs to continue what the Phillies have done the last handful of games, and especially against a team that in a place where we struggle. A big win last night to put us tied for first place. He needs to secure that spot and make sure we're in first place at the end of the day.
And talking to Clint Hurdle, he reiterated what he said earlier this year. He said the last time the Phillies faced the Pirates and Arrieta was on the mound, it was the best movement he's seen with him in 2 years. Let's hope that movement is back and the strike zone is corralled by the Phillies right-hander. He'll be opposed by Jamison Tyone, who comes in with a 5-6 record and an ERA of 4.05. Lineups at first pitch when we come back to Pittsburgh. Back here at Pittsburgh, the first pitch of the day to Jesmuel Valentin from Jamison Tyone is taken low and away. And we're underway. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Valentin playing today for Cesar Hernandez. Cesar said he's a little sore, but he is able to pinch hit today. And that's the same thought from Gabe Kapler. As you heard Larry Vanover call a strike. Vanover's behind the plate this afternoon. 1 ball and 1 strike to Valentin. Was 1 for 4 in last night's game. And he hits that one out towards shallow left center field. And playable for Mercer. And one away. Let's take a peek at the rest of the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet provider according to speedtest.net. So after Valentin, then it's the normal guys: Rhys Hoskins, Odubel Herrera, Carlos Santana, and Nick Williams. Odubel, a 10-game hitting streak against the Pirates. Then facing Jamison Tyone, the 26-year-old from the Woodlands, Texas. 5-6 with an ERA of 4.05. Last outing was a short one. The last outing against the Phillies was a short one. He went just an inning and 2/3. Good fastball though, John.
Yeah, good. I mean, he's about 7'7". But yeah, great velocity on his fastball, curve change, slider. Just have to make him throw it over the plate though.
There's that slider that you're talking about, and it's 0-2. Sounds like the organist is back, Johnny.
I think he brought something to pound on other than the keys, too.
Hoskins' numbers 256 with 14 home runs. He was 3 for 5 in last night's ball game. And he fouls it off to the right. Phillies scored 17 runs last night. They walked 10 times. They're now second in all of Major League Baseball in walks. As Clint Hurdle just ran one guy after another out from his bullpen.
That game lasts so long. It's like meet the squad, like an inter squad game. Everyone gets to play.
Yeah, they made some adjustments today too to that bullpen. Got a check swing. It's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Inside, 2-2. Line drive caught by Harrison. L4, 2 outs. So Odubel's coming up. Time for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. And this is some of the particulars from last night. 236 pitches seen, the most in a 9-inning game since 2008 for the Phillies. 17 runs scored, most in Pittsburgh since 1951. Now the 10 walks, the 3rd time this season, which is the most in Major League Baseball. And it's the most for the Phillies. Most times they've reached 10 walks in a game since 2007. 2007 they reached 10 walks in a game 6 times. But this year they've reached it 3 times. Trevor Williams, the starter last night, said he's tired of being bad because he struggled last night. The Phillies got to him pretty quickly, and he was out of this game pretty quickly too.
And you see one team that's rolling, and you know Nick didn't have a great outing last night, but our offense picked up the pitching staff, and their offense couldn't pick theirs up.
How about his comments after the game? I thought they were hysterical. You know, Nick Pivetta basically saying, I didn't do too well, did I? But then he complimented his team for being able to back him up, and that included the bullpen. Odubel lifts it out towards shallow left center, and Jordy Mercer will make the catch. That left side got all the action in this first inning for the Phils. 1-2-3 go the Phillies. On to the bottom of the first. Jake Arrieta goes to work when we return. to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Pirates lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet provider according to speedtest.net. Even with the troubles the Pirates had last night, they've gone with the same lineup that we saw in yesterday's ball game. It includes Josh Bell leading things off. His career numbers have been good against Jake Arrieta. And speaking of Arrieta, the 32-year-old from Plano, Texas, 5-6, an earned run average of 3.54. I mentioned the first 2 months, they were just fine for Jake Arrieta, but since the 1st of June, well, not so fine.
Yeah, and for him to still have an ERA of 3.5, it's amazing.
That's all those unearned runs.
Yeah, well, we need to shore that up today.
Here's Bell, the first pitch to him. He swings and fouls it. It's 0-1.
Tell you what, the way the boys are going up there attacking, they're not going to try to break that record, are they?
No, 4.5 is not in their sight lines today. Bell last night was 1 for 5 with a run scored. In only his second career start as a leadoff hitter. Today's number 3. And Clint Hurdle basically said about him putting him in the leadoff spot. He said, we're just trying to squeeze more barrel out of that bat from time to time, meaning Josh Bell. Bell said, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. He said, my approach is going to be the same.
Yeah, I mean, you lead off once.
He did say he liked the fact that he might get 1 or 2 extra at bats per game.
Yes, you might get that.
1-2 pitch coming to him. A breaking ball. It's 2-2. Jorge Alfaro doing the catching here this afternoon.
You got a feeling Nat might be a little weary.
He caught a bullpen today, John. He caught Velasquez's bullpen.
Oh,
there's Andrew.
The youth of America, man.
I watched Vince's bullpen. He looked pretty good. Over to first base and a foul ball. And it remains 2-2. Murph, what did Andrew say about Velasquez's bullpen?
You know, I actually talked to him about the fatigue factor that John just mentioned because, well, I will tell you that he said that Vince looked very good in the bullpen, so that's good news. But he was talking about, I said, you know, you must be tired after that marathon game last night. You're behind the plate the whole time. And he said, well, actually, he said, when you stop to think about it, I was on the bench a lot of it because we scored the 17 runs. Had it been the other way, he probably would have been a little more fatigued behind the plate, you know, for the entire time. But in the dugout, not so bad for Andrew Nat.
Yeah, he had a nice night last night for the Phillies. It was nice to see that he's continued to hit the baseball the way he is. Where'd Josh Bell go? There he is. He wasn't looking for help from the bat boy there, Johnny. He was going all the way at himself.
A lot of interesting things have been going on in a little, you know, a game and a half inning. You know, yesterday no one knew the situation at first, and everyone kind of just stood there, nothing going on.
Out to left center field. Odubel's got plenty of room to roam. He'll make the catch. What away. And that'll bring Starling Marte up. Odubel's got the sunglasses on today.
Not going to fool him again.
Here's Marte, who had 2 hits in yesterday's game and an RBI. And he lines one off the glove of Valentin. That ball should have been caught.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I guess Mel thought it was going to be a lot higher than what it was.
Oh, it has been scored a base hit.
In perfect position, a couple steps over, and it looked like he jumped and it hit him in the wrist. Or in the, you know, the heel of his glove.
I don't know if he needed a jump or not.
No, didn't look like it.
Well, as we said, it's been scored a hit. So a runner on with 1 out.
It's going to be interesting here with Marte. What, he steal 3 last night?
Yeah, tied his career high in stolen bases.
And we know Jake's not quick to home, but you got the howitzer behind home plate, so this could be it could be a fun watch here.
And there's a strike to Gregory Polanco. Polanco has 8 hits, including 3 home runs against Arrieta. Stolen base career leaders for the Pirates. Marte is climbing, 4 away from Frank Tavares. 7 from Doggy Miller. That one goes right through the 5-hole. Alfaro will fire to second base. And Marte is there. A wild pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I don't think Marte realizes what's behind home plate. Kind of slowed up. He slows up a little more. That could have been embarrassing for him. Great throw by Alfaro.
So 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 and 2.
And that was a wild pitch.
That was a wild pitch.
Seems like every time Jake's on the mound, it can get ugly, you know.
Well, I mean, 15 unearned runs. It's the most a Phillies pitcher has allowed since 1999. As he gets Polanco swinging, Alfaro hangs on. 2 outs. I mean, Paul Byrd had 17 unearned runs, John, in 1999. That was for the season. He's at 15. Call it a little cut to it.
Yeah, it did. Just that last minute of late movement caught Polanco to swing over that ball.
Softly to the left side. That's going to sneak in for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Marte. He'll score. So the shift bites the Phils there. It'll be an RBI single for Moran. It was a good pitch. And Moran just fought it off. And it's 1-0 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, you see where Kingery's playing on the second base side of second base, and that hole is just, I mean, wasn't hit hard at all. I mean, you know, and no chance of getting Marte because Odubel had to run in so far to get it. But it didn't even give Kingery a chance to dive and try to knock it down in the infield because of where he was playing. And you know, Jake was, you could tell the frustration.
Yeah, obviously, that's what sparked the frustration in San Francisco earlier this season. Was the shift in some ways and the defense as a whole. This has been one of those same kind of innings.
I mean, that's kind of like the Clayton Kershaw thing. You know, I don't want to make a good pitch and have a ground ball trickle through the infield.
That was a good pitch, and it was a ground ball that trickled through.
Yeah.
But we have seen, you know, the shift work.
Yes.
Particularly in recent weeks, really work. But there, you have the misplay by Valentin, and then the jam shot by Moran, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. On! 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Larry Van Romo, mini version of Dutch Rennert right there, huh?
In honor of the late Dutch Rennert, who just passed away.
I used to try to take a strike just so I could hear it once while I was hitting.
Just to get startled by it.
First at bat, just get it out of the way.
Swing and a miss. Diaz is down on strike. Second strikeout for Arrieta. 1 run does score on the single by Moran. We'll go to the second inning. It's the Pirates 1 and the Phillies nothing. 2 night games and then a day game. A chance to see Chase Utley back in Philadelphia. Get your tickets by going to Phillies.com. Dodgers are currently a game back in the National League West. As we start the second, Carlos Santana takes outside. Jake Arrieta gave up the run. It's an earned run right now. In the bottom of the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Santana, who had 2 walks last night. 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. 67 walks now are second to Bryce Harper. Ooh, fouls that one off his foot. Sean Fakasny and Gabe Kapler coming out.
Hit him right above that shin guard. It looked like where they're pointing to.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I played with Gary Templeton. He hit one off about that same spot and fractured his shin bone.
Look at the pine tar on the ball, which then was on the pants.
If anyone want to know that hasn't experienced that, you want to know what it feels like, just have a buddy grab a hammer and then put your leg out and just let someone whack you with the hammer. That's about what it feels like. And I'm not talking about a little tap either. You got to get a good rap.
You want Murph to get a hammer?
We got to find a buddy of Murph's. That could be tough chore.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Santana. And on the outside corner, and Santana's down looking. 1 out here in the second. Speaking of Murph, let's check in with him right now. Murph?
Well, thanks, buddies. I really appreciate you checking in with me. You know, we're talking about Jameson Taillon today, and you know, it's so interesting when you start to find out a little bit about these guys away from baseball. And we know Jameson Taillon's story as a cancer survivor, but he's also started his own business, and that is that he is blogging on coffee shops all over America. Obviously, he travels with the Pirates and goes to all these different cities. He is a coffee, as he says, a coffee snob, and he has gone into all these different cities and he, as he said, found the best coffee spots, and he is now blogging about them on his blog, probrew.co. If you go on there, you can read a little bit about it. It's really interesting, and he's also teamed up with a local coffee shop here, guys, called Commonplace, and they have a special blend of coffee, Lending Hearts Blend, and all the proceeds from that goes to help pediatric cancer patients in and around the Pittsburgh area. So it's very interesting. You can see the website right there on the screen, but he loves his coffee. And in fact, he just put out his top 5 list in the U.S. and in all the baseball cities. Philadelphia came in at number 5. Elixir Coffee right off of Rittenhouse Square came in at number 5 on Jameson's list. So interesting stuff. He loves his coffee, makes it in the clubhouse for the other players, and I guess he's well caffeinated at all times, guys.
I would think he has to be well caffeinated. I don't know what happened to Nick Williams. I think he turned his ankle when he swung at that ball.
I guess trying to get out of the box, I know he limped into the dugout.
So we're going to miss 0-2. I thought he fouled it off his foot. Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
Twisted that left ankle.
So 2 outs, the count 0-2 to Kingery.
Left-handed batter's box, a dangerous spot today.
Kingery fouls it away. Getting back to Murph's story, I wonder if the rest of the league, other players, because everybody likes coffee from the world of baseball. I mean, Gabe Kapler has it in his red container a lot of times. But I wonder if the other players have latched on to the blog to find out where to go.
I would think they do, especially all the pitchers.
Popped up foul again.
They're like the pitchers are their own little fraternity, and it's not just your own pitchers, it's pitchers all around baseball. And I'm sure that a bunch of them do follow Jameson on his blog, and I'm sure they go and test that stuff out.
It's a cool story, even the fundraising part of it. We even talked about it when Taillon was in Philadelphia. Just the amount of money that he's hoping to raise as Kingery goes down on strikes. That's the second strikeout. 6 up, 6 down for the Phils. We'll go to the bottom of the second. The NBC Sports app and stream the Phils games on the beach, in the backyard, just about anywhere. And you'll always be connected with your Phillies. Bottom of the second. Pirates are up 1-0. Somebody's getting the boat ready.
They might be taking Murph out of that floating tiki bar. Looked like he took a dip before he's.
It does look like he took a dip. Here's Corey Dickerson to lead it off. Dickerson hitting .309.
Murph doesn't do a lot of fun things, but you ever notice when he does something fun, like on a boat to the tiki bar, he never invites us?
He wants it all to himself.
Selfish.
I wonder where that tiki bar wound up.
John, the whole idea would be to have fun. Inviting you along, well, that would make it less fun.
That's not nice.
Oh, you're right.
Wow.
I should be nicer to John. I'm so tough on John.
Just trying to bring you guys together.
My feelings are so hurt right now.
I know they are, buddy.
Here's the 1-1 pitch coming to Dickerson. Outside, 2-1. Dickerson last night was 3 for 4 with an RBI.
Golly. That dang organ, man.
Somebody stopped me downtown Pittsburgh today and asked me about the organ as Dickerson evens the count 2-2. I said, well, you'll find out when you get there. They said, is it really that loud? It sounds loud on TV. Foul ball over the third base side. Arrieta, the last time he faced the Pirates, he allowed 1 hit and struck out 10 in 7 innings of work. It was part of that first month where he was 5-2 with an ERA of 2.16. Pull to the right side, diving stop by Santana. Arrieta's there to cover. 3-1 on the putout. That is a fantastic play, and 1 out here in the second.
Well, we're kind of coming to expect that from Carlos making these plays, and after fouling that ball off his shin, you wonder what his range would be like, but I guess that's all taken care of. Great play. Exit velo of 96 miles an hour, and Carlos made it look like it was 60 miles an hour. Snagged it.
He's made a lot of those plays, as you said. He's made them look easy over the last couple months. Here's Harrison, 3 for 4 last night. With Clint Hurdle moving Josh Bell into the leadoff spot, Harrison shifts down in the order. And he was all for it, too. I mean, the Pirates all said the right thing after yesterday because, or before yesterday's game, they had lost 3 straight. Offensively, they were scuffling. So Hurdle moving guys around was accepted because, hey, they tried everything else, they said.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you need a shakeup when you're struggling offensively. Need something to get you a little jump start.
1 ball and 2 strikes. And strike 3 called, and Harrison knew it. 3rd strikeout for Arrieta, who despite the run looks very crisp here this afternoon.
Yeah, he does. And you know, you get 2 strikes on Harrison. I mean, you know, you give up on that ball as a righty because it's off the plate when it leaves his hand. When it's halfway there, it's off the plate, and then that late movement back over the outside corner and just froze him. But yeah, you know, Valentine should have come up with that ball off the bat of Marte, and then you know, Moran gets that jam shot roller through the infield with the shift on. And let's put it this way, I don't think this 1 run is going to decide this game.
Outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Mercer. Today's game is available in Spanish. Just use the SAP button on your television or change the language through the menu on your cable box. Someone behind that sign would like to say hi to everybody. 3-0. Mentioned the Pirates made some moves to shore up their bullpen today, or at least to help their bullpen today. Michael Feliz came off the 10-day disabled list, and Alex McRae has been added to the 40-man roster as that ball is drilled foul. It's 3-2 to Mercer. Neverauskas and Josh Smoker have been optioned to Indianapolis. You figured after all the pitchers that were used last night, they would have to make some kind of moves.
We used a lot of pitchers too, but our bullpen was pretty sharp.
Bullpen was good. There's ball 4. That's the first walk issued today. And Tyone's coming up. Sunday, July 22nd, when the Phillies entertain the San Diego Padres in that series. That's a 1:35 first pitch. And it's Pico Phillies socks that will be given out to all fans. Tickets can be purchased by going to Phillies.com. Popped him up behind home plate and out of play. Two.
That's why you'd like to see Jake get Mercer. Let Tyone lead off the 3rd.
He was stepping in the bucket there. 1-2. And a line drive base hit it to left field for Tyone. That puts runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. And That is the third hit.
Just a fastball. You talked about Tyone, how first of all, he's a tall guy, but he stands off the plate and bails. And Alfaro wanted that pitch away, and it just leaked over the center of the plate right into the barrel of his bat. But give Tyone credit. Still got to hit it.
Josh Bell has flied to center field out toward the warning track and left center field his first time up. Ball cuts in. Ooh. It's 0-1. That's some movement, huh?
That had some filth on that one.
And 2.
You got to go back down to that one, don't you? The first pitch.
I would think so.
Hard slider down at his feet. Must have the volume turned up on that thing.
We'll get to the bottom of it by tomorrow, John. He went around. He actually slowed that up to almost a curveball. And that's 4 strikeouts for Arrieta. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left. We'll head to the third. Pirates up 1-0. Go to the fans section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, John, the question is, which 2 Pirates are tied for the record for most home runs by a rookie? Which 2 Pirates are tied for the record for most home runs by a Pirate rookie? So we're just talking Pirates here, Johnny.
Just talking Pirates, yep. Yeah.
There's the culprit right there, John.
Yeah.
Right there.
It's awful.
We'll have to bring our tool belt tomorrow and get that thing down.
Well, I mean, if we can just tilt it, you know, if you could just tilt it forward so the noise goes up instead of down in our booth.
I think if we're up there, let's just take it down.
Like a bad roof.
Yeah.
Why try to repair it when you can just rip it out?
Take it down. There's plenty of other ones. I don't think they'll miss it.
You know, but I was talking to Fransky and Scott and Stock, and they said it's really not that bad.
Really?
Yeah.
There they are, Scott and Kevin Stocker.
Maybe it's just us.
I don't know. It is awfully loud. Even that's loud, though. The bell.
I think he turned the volume up on that one.
Well, that could be
the
his
cavity.
Alfaro was 0 for 1 last night. He came on to play third base in yesterday's game. Overall hitting .245 with 5 home runs. He went around, says the first base umpire, Mike Estabrook. And now in the hole, 0-2. Here's Vanover. He did not up last night's ball game, but he's back here today. And a foul tip. Strikeout number 3 for Tyone. Well, we said that Arrieta looks crisp today, but so does Tyone.
He sure does, and it's that fastball up. And that's a pitch he will use against these Phillies hitters. You know, we talk about launch angle and all that stuff, and that's a weapon to go against it, is that high fastball. But you know, first off, you have to get ahead, and that's what he's doing. He's getting ahead, and he can elevate and expand the zone.
Franco lines it the opposite way. 2 outs and dropped by Polanco, and that's going to be an error, and that'll be his first error of the year.
He's trying to say he got it on the transfer.
Well, Clint Hurdle says let's hold on, but there's nothing to review. I don't think he ever had it, though. That's the thing. I mean, you have to, if you stop and take the baseball out. See, Clint Hurdle's going to come over and talk to Larry Vanover. Anything beyond the infield is reviewable, but I think that, well, I guess they are going to take a peek at it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, how do you know? There's no way, I don't care what replay you have, that you can see if that ball's rolling around in his glove while he's bringing it down to his hand.
I would agree. I think the thing is, like, right there he has it, but
he opens his glove to let go. I mean, look, I
don't know how you can overturn it, though.
I want you know, we want to see Franco on first base, but yeah. I just think that's a catch. You know, if it's a middle infielder, it's definitely a catch and an out, right?
Yeah. They've changed the rule. It used to be that you had to take the ball out of your glove and show it. Yeah, they're going to say it's a catch. All right. But you don't have to do that anymore. It used to be you had to catch it, take the ball out of your glove, show it, because we've had other plays over the years where that wouldn't be ruled a catch. So there have been 351 calls overturns. That'll go into that category. 2 outs, and here's Arrieta. A 1-1 to Jake. And Arrieta's down on strikes. That's 4 strikeouts for Tyone. And he's retired the first 9 hitters that he has faced. Polanco's play was overturned. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. $3 million Pennsylvania club. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly and buy your local Chevrolet dealers. Hey, this is not a cloud in the sky.
No,
here.
it's a beautiful, beautiful day.
But you're still thinking about the stump the fence.
I am.
Yeah.
So many great players that came through here.
But rookies.
Yeah, I know.
Two.
That makes it twice as hard because I can't think of one. All right, I'm gonna write down some names.
All right. There is Starling Marte to lead things off against Jake Arrieta. Arrieta has thrown 40 pitches so far. MLB At Bat is your #1 Philadelphia Phillies app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get the Phillies home screen icon and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Oh! 0-1 to Marte, who lined one off the glove of Valentin his first time up. You want me to get you another sheet of paper?
I'm going to need one. I'm going down the history of the Pirates. And oh, how about this guy?
Nope, too far back. Just a bit outside. 2-1 to Marte.
Would I have played against any of these fellows?
You might have played against one. The other one you did not. Little tapper and foul. 2-2. And when I say you might have, if you did, it was right at the end of your career. No, you did not play against either one of them. In the air to left field. That ball is well hit, and it is gone. Solo home run for Marte. That's his 10th of the year. And it's 2-0 Pittsburgh here in the third.
Hanging curveball by Arrieta. And, you know, Marte with that no stride swing and the power he can produce and generate with that swing. But I mean, you look where that pitch is. It's just a hanger and was begging to be hit hard.
That was a short release to the ball, wasn't it, for Marte? Blanco takes a strike. 0-1. Blanco struck out his first time to the plate. And time is called. That home run went an estimated 392. That is a deep part of this ballpark. Not the deepest part, but it's deep. Toward the Phillies dugout. 0-2.
Well, I am drawing a big blank on this home run thing.
Inside. 1-2. I'll give you some hints as we get closer. One should be pretty fresh in your mind. The other one probably should have never left Pittsburgh. But money did the talking for him. He really wasn't the same player. Check swing. Good spot. 3-2. And Polanco strikes out for the second time. 5 strikeouts overall for Arrieta. And that'll bring Colin Moran up. Let's take a look at the home run by Marte. StatCast powered by AWS. Let's talk about the distance. See the exit velo and the launch angle.
It is a long way into that gap, isn't it?
It sure is. I mean, folks say it's short out in right field, even with the 21-foot home run wall, the Clemente wall. But it is not short out to left field, left center, and see that's 320 down the line. Seems even closer than that when you stand there. Good spot, 0-2.
So one should have stayed in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think anyway. Can't fault him. Out back. He did have one good year in Pittsburgh, in Boston, before he wound up signing his big contract. Broken back ground ball, and Kingery will take care of Moran. 6-3 of the putout. Join T-Mobile in showing appreciation for all military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans. Flag sitting in left center field. Very nice breeze coming in. Diaz will get some help probably tomorrow. I'm sure he doesn't feel like he needs any help, but Francisco Cervelli took batting practice today after having a rehab assignment yesterday. He was in Altoona yesterday. He singled to right field in one of his at-bats. Another one of his at-bats, he was hit by a pitch. The Yankees AA team, the Trenton Thunder. That game was in Altoona. 1-2. But Cervelli, I thought he'd be activated today after BP. And the Pirates decided to wait till tomorrow. At least it seems that way. All signs point to that. But the catchers for the Pirates have the highest on-base percentage in all of baseball combined. And a strike 3 call. Diaz is down looking for the second time today he has struck out. That's 6 strikeouts through 3 for Arrieta. It's a high pitch count. 2-0 Pirates as we go to the 4th. An opportunity to fans to take photos with their favorite players, coaches, broadcasters, and of course the Philly Fanatic will be out and about. Go to Phillies.com to get your tickets for that series between the Phillies and the San Diego Padres. We go to the 4th inning. Phillies fans who were here last night are wondering, where'd all the hits go? Phillies have not gotten a hit yet. They do not have a base runner through the first 3. And Taillon delivers a strike on the outer edge. His command of the corners has been really good these first 3 innings. It's topped off at 97.5 miles per hour. Inside. We just put that note up about his efforts during day games. The Pirates released some numbers today about that he just seems to be way better in the afternoon compared to his evening games.
Maybe the coffee's wearing off by the time the night rolls around.
So he's wearing down. He doesn't have the giddy up.
Yep. Getting mid-afternoon, he's right in the prime of that caffeine kick.
Out to center field, and angling back is Marte. 1 out here in the 4th inning. And here comes Rhys Hoskins.
I'd like to see how he pitches out of the stretch.
Thought we would get that chance in the 3rd when Franco got to first base, but that was overruled. The other thing too, he's throwing first pitch strikes. He's got 7 swinging strikes, 10 called strikes. Phillies have fouled off 7 pitches. That was the 7th right there. The strength of the Phillies is to run deep counts and to get pitch counts up. I mean, the fact that Taillon's getting strike 1, that's hampering the Phillies from doing that. He has 9 of 11 first pitch strikes. Splits are really good right now. And just a little low. Inside, 2-2. Hoskins has reached his number of pitches that he sees on average per at bat. 4.43 pitches per plate appearances, which is tops in the National League.
I hope this one gets put on the grass somewhere.
Outside, 3-2.
Or in the seats. I'm not greedy. Well, maybe I am.
Seats would be good.
Yes, it would.
338 walks, second most to the Reds in the National League. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Taillon. Odubel Herrera is coming up. He provided us last night, John, with our giant home run replay.
Yeah, and it was a long one, maybe the longest one he's ever hit. That thing almost cleared everything and went out into the river. A 3-run home run after a hit by pitch and a walk to plate 3 runs on that home run, and that's our giant home run replay.
Well, now he's looking to get on. Shows bunt, takes low.
Uh-oh.
Down 2-0.
Down 2-0. Might have found a little something a little upset the rhythm with the fake bunt.
And a line drive base hit it to center field. There's the first hit of the day for the Phils. They're the first base runner. And Taillon will go into the stretch here in the 4th inning with 2 outs.
Yeah, really, the first time he's ever been that behind in the count as Taillon. And that's what happens. You get to work the count ahead. Got a chance. You hit 0-1 every at bat. Chances are slim, especially with his stuff today. I wouldn't be surprised if Carlos tries to jump on his first pitch if he tries to throw a fastball. Oh, man.
I said he's working the edges, but he's also getting the edges in some ways.
I mean, that's 95. Looks like it's outside. I mean, that's a tough one to hit.
That's in there, and it's 0-2. That one is hit down the left field line and out of play. Tapper foul. Well, for the first time today, they're making him work a little bit.
Yeah, getting him a little bit. That easy 3 in and out. There's a little work being done by Taillon in this inning.
One ball, 2 strikes. Little ground ball off the foot of Santana. Well, he's beating that leg up,
man.
isn't he?
And we got our leadoff hitter out after hitting one off the top of his foot last night. In one of his 10 at bats. How many at bats did Cesar have last night? 7, 8.
7 plate appearances. Fly ball, short left field. Actually over toward third, and it's Moran who puts it away. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. The Phillies did get their first hit of the afternoon. They leave 1. We'll leave for the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Pirates. Rocket SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason fast free delivery? Nobody does it better. Bottom of the fourth inning, Phillies trail at 2-0. Jake Arrieta will face Corey Dickerson, Josh Harrison, and Jordy Mercer. Phillies trail at 2-0. A run scored in the first inning off the bat of Moran. And then a home run by Marte. As Dickerson fouls the first pitch from Arrieta, and it's 0-1. Dickerson hit one sharply to the first base side. Carlos Santana made a nice play to retire him his initial time up. Ball had some pretty good movement on it down. It's 0-2.
I think I got the answer.
Oh, yeah?
I just remembered. Because he was after me, but I remember how great a rookie year he had, and then, yes, he did leave.
Shouldn't have left.
Went to Boston.
Yes. That is answer number one. You have both of them now. Very proud of you, John. Now we can get back to the game.
Yeah. Who's playing?
The Buccos and the Phils.
There we go. Quick inning here. Quick inning, get the bats back in.
And Alfaro hangs on, and Dickerson strikes out. And that'll be the 7th strikeout for Jake Arrieta. And one out.
They want to know.
Yeah, they want to know if it was a foul ball.
Well, they want to know if it hit the dirt.
Yeah. Larry Vanover said no. And it did not.
Got that. We got that settled.
I think Larry had it settled, though. I don't think he was asking for help.
No, he was on his own on that one.
Over to third base. Franco is up with it. Bobbled it for a moment. And is able to make the play, and there are 2 outs. And Jordy Mercer's due up.
Like that. Quick out, 1 pitch.
He gets a quick out here. He puts himself back into being almost in line with the tempo of the game. Right now he's at 65 pitches, and for Arrieta that doesn't really matter all that much. I mean, he only went 5 innings his last time out. A little number foul, but what happens today will dictate who's going to start tomorrow's game for the Phillies. You know, Jake going deep in this game does help the Phillies' decision, because Gabe Kapler continued to say today that there's a lot of balls in the air as far as who's going to pitch tomorrow. It could be one of the guys out of the bullpen. They could bring somebody up from the minor leagues. At the knees, 0-2. You know, somebody like Mark Leiter, like we mentioned yesterday, could pitch tomorrow, or could pitch in New York, or Yaxel Rios. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming to Mercer. And a fly ball right field. Nick Williams is there. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates here in the 4th. So we have completed our first 4 innings. We'll move on to the 5th inning. The Phils looking for some offense, down 2-0. the way the team played last night. The fact that they moved into first place in the National League East as play began today. And that guy, he was smiling also last night. He had some great seats, soaking in the Phillies' victory, the 17 runs, the 10 walks, and everything great about a 4.5-hour game. And now he's got the pleasure of sitting down with Greg Murphy. Murph?
Well, you know, I don't know if it's the pleasure of sitting down with Greg Murphy, but I did bring Wayne a beer. This is Wayne Border. It's good to see you. You know, you became a little bit of a celebrity last night.
Well, I heard, but thank you so much.
Yeah,
Murph, thank you so much.
You know, we saw you last night, and John was convinced that your long-lost family, you and John Kruk, you know, throughout the game, he had this bond, this connection with you. He just wanted to talk about you all night.
Oh, man, that's great. I'll tell you, I live out in beautiful Western Maryland, Garrett County, actually about 20 minutes from where John's hometown is in Kaiser, West Virginia.
So there may be something to this family thing.
Oh, absolutely. He'd come out. We could go play golf anytime he wants.
All right, John, there you hear it. You got a golf invitation from Wayne.
Ask him if he plays at the Wisp, Murph.
At the Wisp?
Wisp.
The Wisp?
Yeah, the Wisp.
At
Yeah.
the Wisp. Do you play there?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go. He does.
The Oakland Golf Course, too. Come on down, Johnny.
It's all coming together.
Now, you grew up in Berks County, which is where you got your Phillies roots. You're a Reading Phillies fan, and obviously the big club as well. Now you're here in Pittsburgh, but you said this is your first time. You're coming at all 3 games here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I moved out 3 years ago. This is my 3rd season, and I try to get to as many Phillies games as I can. It's great to finally be here for the whole 3 series.
You know, you were a part of history last night. The longest game at PNC Park, the longest game in Phillies history, the longest game in Pirates history, 9-inning games. Did you know all that?
Oh, I found out earlier today when I recharged my phone. I mean, you know, with baseball, how it is, they definitely don't want that kind of record these days. But I mean, it's a beautiful time. It's great to see the boys play so well.
Well, it's a beautiful afternoon. You're getting to watch baseball. And tell folks at home why you picked these seats. Tell them what you told me.
So I'll tell you, out here in 137, it's the local beer, Pittsburgh Brewing Company, IC. They have their own independent stand out here. So I'm out here, and of course, the good Lord blessed me with 2 hands, so I have 2 beers, and that's why I'm out here for this game.
He is related to John.
You are my kind of guy, and you are John's kind of guy as well. I'm convinced there's some relation there, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Good talking to you. Go Phils.
Go Phils.
Guys.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
The good Lord bless me with 2 hands.
I have to admit, I didn't think that's where he was going with that. Well, 2 away as Tyone was able to get Williams on the ground out and Kingery on the flyout.
That was the beer of choice when I was growing up, was IC Lights.
Was it really?
Oh, yeah. Leo Mazzoni, a former pitching coach of the Braves, and I would get together every Saturday to watch Notre Dame football at his house, and we'd indulge.
Nice. Well, he seemed to. I mean, it's brewed right out there for you, John.
I see that.
Or
yeah.
distributed right out there. There's the 1-0 pitch to Alfaro. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Well, it's good to see we get family on TV, Tom.
That's
you know,
exactly
the more
right.
the merrier.
Got to tell you, I love the Reading Phillies jersey he was rocking yesterday.
Today he's rocking the Jimmy Rollins. Got to get him a Crook jersey, I guess. I mean, come on, man.
I thought for sure if he was coming today that he would have one of the Crook. We should have brought some of the Crook batting practice jerseys with us. Alfaro strikes out. 6 strikeouts for Tyone. Is only allowed 1 base runner to reach first. All right, so Wayne and Murph are they're commiserating. Last night Wayne was part of the wave. He enjoyed himself there, and also made sure that he knew that the nap ball was fair. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Bank Minor League Report. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Yesterday, Lehigh Valley defeated Rochester 7-6 in 10 innings. Danny Ortiz had 2 hits. Reading defeated New Hampshire 2-1. JoJo Romero won 7 innings. Lakewood defeated Greensboro. Dalton Guthrie had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. And the Crosscutters defeated West Virginia. Danny Meyer had a good day. Here, the Phillies trail at 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Jamison Tyone leads it off. And he hits one left side, fielded by Michael Franco. 1 out. 7 in a row, retired by Arrieta.
And again, it's perfect. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And Josh Bell will take his time heading to the plate.
First baseman, Josh Bell.
Bell is 0 for 2.
Yeah, and I think if I'm Jake, I'd just go by that last at bat and throw that slider down at his feet again. I used to hate that pitch from a righty as a left-handed hitter.
Back toward him. 0-1 with a curve. I think the other thing that makes it tough if you're a lefty with Arrieta pitching is the crossfire.
I mean, you start swinging at that, and literally, there were times. I think he was looking for it there, and he got the little comebacker. But there were times when I started to swing at that pitch and hope and prayed I swung and missed, because I knew if I hit it, it was going to hit me in the foot or the shin or somewhere.
In the dirt, and it's 1-2.
You might be able to throw a fastball right down the middle here to Josh Bell. He's got to be looking for it, right?
I would think. Spins it foul. He got a piece of it.
Well, I don't think that one was down enough.
.31 sinkers so far for Arrieta, 25 sliders. And over to first base. It's going to be picked up by Valentin, who throws him out. Just barely got him. I think that was a good decision, though, by Santana, because he would have been too far away from the bag, and then it would have been a foot race with Arrieta.
Yeah, and again, it's, you take a couple steps and you realize where Valentin's playing, and you're good to go. Get back to the base. Watch Carlos there on the right of your screen. I mean, he takes a couple steps and he realizes, oh shoot, we got that big shift on. Valentin's got plenty of time to get there.
A line drive, base hit through the hole on the left side. 3rd hit of the day for Marte. Last time up, Marte provided us with our Toyota turning point, this home run to make it 2-0.
Yeah, breaking ball by Jake that just didn't get to where he wanted it. He wanted it down and away. That thing stayed middle in, and talk about the short stride and the quick bat. Great exit velocity, and that was our Toyota turning point in the game. The home run by Starlin Marte. Almost hit it out there where Wayne is.
There was only a few rows in front of Wayne. And now Gregory Polanco, who is 0 for 2, couple strikeouts.
Two outs. You got to think Marte at some point might think about running here.
Santana's actually playing in front of the bag a little bit. Ground ball out to second base, and shallow right is Valentin, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We have played 5. Now it's time for the 6th, with the Phils down 2-0. Fearless Philly of the Week completed the month of June on an upswing, and Reese heads into the middle of the summer coming off his most productive month since last August. He finished June with 8 home runs, 22 RBIs, and a batting average of .312 off the DL. And back into the lineup, Hoskins continues to be among the league leaders in pitches seen and walks. His 14th pitch at bat resulting in a home run was just a prelude to a bright summer. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Top of the 6th inning, the Phillies trail at 2-0. It'll be Michael Franco to lead things off. Arrieta on deck, and the first pitch from Tyone to Franco is a fastball, and it's 0-1. Franco flied out or lined out to right field his only time up. Ground ball, and that's through the shift on the right side.
Attaboy.
That's like Moran's hit earlier, which he got jammed on. That one was off the end of the bat. And now Arrieta's coming up. What do you think? Is he bunting here? I mean, if Franco does not have great speed.
Yeah, I mean, normally you would think absolutely, but Gabe does some things that are unorthodox, and so you never know.
Arrieta squares, bunts it in the air, and it is caught. Oh, it drops! They throw to second base to get Franco, over to first base, not in time to get Arrieta. Now that was not on the exchange. He just dropped it. 2-6 on the putout. A fielder's choice.
Yeah, Jake wasn't running out of the box, so you have to think that Diaz maybe did that on purpose, but risky too, throwing from your knees.
Yeah, he just dropped it.
I think he just dropped it, and then of course Jake has to pick it up, and luckily he has enough speed to beat that thing out. That could have been embarrassing.
Well, Valentin now 0 for 2. He is popped out and flied out. Arrieta leads off first base. And a ground ball, that might be 2. There's 1 and 2. 4-6-3 double play. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left for the Phillies. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Pirates still on top, 2-0. Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Well, after last night's slugfest, we've got a pitcher's duel going here this afternoon. Jamison Tyone has been outstanding, just 2 hits allowed and no runs. Arrieta's been good also. He's allowed 5 hits and 2 runs. Both are earned. including the home run by Marte. But he's been good today. I think this is a great sign for the Phillies. It's not a great sign that they haven't been able to score offensively, but I think for Arrieta, it's an excellent sign that through the first 5 innings, he's got the movement back, he's got the command back. And the way Phillies have been scoring runs, Arrieta gives up 2 runs. You're thinking that's great.
Oh, absolutely. But you know, it's really been one guy, Starlin Marte.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Moran got the little jam shot roller through the shift, but you know, he scored Marte. Marte's on base every time today.
Check swing, and the first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1, says Alfonso Marquez. And now they'll shift around a little bit defensively. Kingery started on the shortstop side. One ball, one strike. In Milwaukee, the Braves lead the Brewers 2-0. That game's in the 5th inning, and Miami and Washington are scheduled to start at 7:10 tonight. Nationals are 5 games back of the Phils and the Braves. Popped up, shallow left center field. Actually, that's going to stay on the infield dirt. And 1 out. Business owners, whether your team is in the corporate, education, or medical field, HP's PHI technology offers the best of cost of ownership in class. And your dedicated WB Mason driver will deliver your printer wherever you want. Nobody beats WB on HP. Diaz takes a strike, 0-1.
Tell you what, old Wayne's a guy who plans ahead. You know, when you look on the internet, you think, okay, where can I get seats right by the IC Light where they sell IC Light?
John, you got to have a plan sometimes.
Tell you what, he executed the plan well.
There's Wayne. He was checking out the ballpark app. He's going to get some sun today. I think by the end he won't care, though. Looking over the shoulder of Rhys Hoskins.
Not as long as he has 2 hands.
God blessed him with them.
Sure did. Went after that one pretty hard. Look at him.
Oh, get it all.
Yeah, I can't leave that. Waste not, want not, Wayne.
Yeah, the dirt, 2-2. And there's the other one.
God is good. I think I have a new man crush. I thought it was Murph, but Murph's out.
Oh, I think it's good that Murph was able to get you guys together, though.
Budding little bromance going here. I'm going to try to get his number. I'd go back home, give him a call. It'd be an interesting round of golf, wouldn't it?
Is that course nice that he talked about?
Yeah, the Wisp is nice. They got another one up there he built a few years ago, Fieldstone. Really beautiful.
Ground ball over to shortstop. Kingery is up with it. And 2 away. A lot of ground balls today, too, and that's part of Jake Arrieta's magic. His ground ball percentage, his ground ball rate is at 56%, which is 3rd best in the National League. He's induced 16 double plays coming into this ball game. None today. But he has 7 ground ball outs. 7 of the 17 outs that have been recorded. On the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I don't think the lefties are real happy with the outside pitch.
I have to say, and we have the chart that we're seeing pitch cast from time to time. We have the chart that shows where pitches are called, balls and strikes. Larry Vanover has given that outside part to the pitcher, and it's been very consistent. As Nick Williams will corral this one, another 1-2-3 inning for Arrieta. That's his second one. He's only allowed one hit since the home run by Marte. We'll move to the 7th inning. Phillies down 2-0. Well, Jamison Tyon's been a huge storyline here this afternoon for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's limited the Phillies as far as offensively goes. They have not scored a run. He leads at 2-0. And Johnny's been right around the strike zone. First pitch strikes. He's been putting guys away. I mean, he has done everything he needs to do today to control this 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and it's just what the Pirates needed, a great pitching performance and someone who is going deep in the game. But you said it, Tommy. First of all, it's power stuff. And he's power stuff within the strike zone and then getting outside the strike zone when he needs them. And that's why the Phillies only have those 2 hits and no runs so far.
Rhys Hoskins will lead things off, and he takes inside. That was our Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. You saw that the Pirates scored the run in the first inning, and then the home run by Marte in the 3rd. While Tyon's been good, Arrieta, I think, has been just what the Phillies had hoped he would be. So again, that's a good sign, despite the fact they're trailing 2-0. But they've got 2, 3, and 4 up here in the 7th. That ball is hit in the air to left field. Dickerson shading his eyes from the sun.
Getting the sun.
And 1 out. All right, John, it's time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans Trivia Quiz answer. The question again was, which 2 Pirates are tied for the record for most home runs by a Pirate rookie?
Well, one of Canada's finest, Jason Bay.
Jason Bay is correct, back in 2004.
And bright and up-and-coming young star for the Pirates that the Pirates hope, and Josh Bell.
Josh Bell with 26. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack.
Now, didn't Josh Bell tie the rookie record for home run switch hitters?
I believe that is correct. Last year.
Tied Chipper?
Yeah, which I think everybody was amazed by, because when he was zeroing in on it, there was no way. Somebody else has had to have done it.
You would have thought Mantle maybe, huh? But didn't Mantle get hurt in his rookie year?
Yeah, he had 15, I think. O'Doul takes a strike, and it's 1-2.
A lot of the left-hand hitters, we keep bringing it up, but on both sides are.
Johnny, the 26 by Bell is the most in the National League for a switch hitter.
Who has the record?
Tony Clark and Eddie Murray. Ground ball left side. Odubel hustling. Mercer's got it. Throws not in time. And Odubel picks up his second hit of the day. Relive the magic of the 2008 Phillies, from piecing together the team to winning it all. World champions, the story of the 08 Phils, Sunday, July 15th at 8 here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Harrison goes to second for one, but nobody was covering first. So with Bell diving into no man's land. 4-6 on the put out, a fielder's choice. And Nick Williams is coming up.
He must have some late life on his ball. We're getting a lot of rollover.
Whatever he has today, I mean, he hasn't had recently. In fact, his last outing, he went 4 2/3, allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. And since the 1st of June, his numbers have been pretty good. 3-2 with an ERA of 3.28. As Williams waves at a breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
He's been, we know Nick's an aggressive hitter, and Taillon's been pouring in fastball, first pitch, fastball, strikes, and Nick goes up there and thinks, I'm going to try to jump him early with this one, and he throws him a breaking ball.
Smart.
Well, that's why we don't have any runs.
And there's that outside corner again.
Only 75 pitches.
Yeah, he's in a comfortable spot right now. And a line drive base hit it to right field. Santana will get at least to third base as the ball kicks off the wall. It's bobbled by Polanco. Santana's heading home. Going to third is Williams, and he is safe at third base. That was a good slide. It's a 2-1 ball game. I was shocked it was that close, I'll be honest with you, but Harrison made a really good throw.
Yeah, and Nick hesitated going around second base. Not sure, I don't know if he picked up Dusty Watson or not, but he did hesitate. Now Miranda's talking to Alfonso Marquez down there, but just short and quick to the ball with 2 strikes. It's a fastball in and just hits it down that line, and Polanco with the bobble. Yeah, and Harrison, I mean, Harrison just, no hesitation coming to third, but Nick did have a little good slide, but he did hesitate going around second base. Made that play a little closer.
Well, it's been scored a triple all the way, so an RBI triple, second of the year for Williams. Yeah, Moran just was a little slow with the tag. I don't even think he ever tagged him. Ray Searage out to talk to Taillon. All right, so a base hit here, and the Phils can tie this baby up in the 7th inning.
That would be huge. I mean, you basically got nothing going on for 6 innings, and Dubel gets an infield single. You get a fielder
credit for moving.
Yes, indeed. But then you get a fielder's choice, and you think, all right, 2 outs, 0-2 count, doesn't look good, and then 1 pitch, double down the line, and now the pressure's on Jamison, Taillon, and the Buccos.
And a line drive base hit it to center field, and the Phillies have tied this baby up. Williams scores from third, an RBI single by Kingery. It's a 2-2 game.
Well, you remember we talked about it yesterday. Pitching coach goes out, settles the pitcher down. First pitch fastball, almost, it seems like 90% of the time. Wow.
Wow, this is, well, we've seen it before. We can't say it's stunning because it happens all over baseball, but I am very surprised that Clint Hurdle is going to take his starter out of this game. In a 2-2 ball game, he's thrown 77 pitches, and up until this inning, he has been dominant. But Clint Hurdle's decided to go to his bullpen, which has been much maligned recently. Scott Kingre's tied it up. We've got a pitching change here in the 7th inning. Receive the W.B. Mason collectible truck. Arrive pregame for photo night with the Phillies players. Gates open at 5:05. Go to Phillies.com. You can order your tickets right now. I got to say that I think this is a break for the Phillies, and I know Edgar Santana has a good arm. His numbers are decent. This is his 40th game, but Tyone has handled Jorge Alfaro and really has handled the Phillies except for this inning. They've scored the 2 runs, but they lift him with 77 pitches. As Alfaro has struck out twice.
And as good as he was, you know, you're one extra base hit away from possibly getting a loss.
I guess maybe that's it. I don't know. I mean, we've said this recently. We've said it for the last couple of years. Nothing surprises us anymore with starting pitchers. That one's out toward right center field. There's that extra base hit. It's going to go to the wall. Kingery is flying around third, heading for home. Harrison's throw to third base will get Alfaro, but the Phillies have taken the lead. Alfaro in a rundown, and Moran tags him out. It's a 3-2 Phillies lead. How about that? It's an RBI double for Alfaro. It scores Kingery 3 runs across the board for the Phils. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Hey, Nemours Kids Run the Bases will take place after the game on Wednesday, July 25th, when the Phillies take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Again, children 14 and under are invited onto the field. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Torrey Alfaro's RBI double has helped the Phils to a 3-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Josh Harrison, Jordy Mercer, and the pitcher's spot for the Pirates against Jake Arrieta. That's a clutch hit right there by Alfaro. Phillies lead the National League and come from behind wins. If they can hang on to this one, this would be another one to add to that list. A little different style on how they scored the 3 runs. You know, they weren't really patient. Kingery swung at the first pitch. Alfaro swung at the first pitch. Santana was able to help out.
The first pitch strikes.
No balls and 1 strike.
Now watch this here. Watch Alfaro coming around first base. And I thought he's looking 3. He would have been safer stopping at second.
Down the right field line, out of play. Yeah, I wondered if he did it to make sure the run scored, get into a rundown.
There was no way they were getting Kingery with 2 outs.
There was no way.
No chance. And, you know.
I mean, he was out by a wide margin if he kept going.
Well, yeah, he'd have been, if he could have had the wherewithal when he rounded second, saw the throw coming to third, he could have went back because there was no one at second for a while.
Swing and a miss, and Harrison strikes out. 8 strikeouts for Arrieta as those shadows creep around home plate. Here's Jordy Mercer. Phillies have Sir Anthony Dominguez and Austin Davis loosening up in the pen. On the hands, and it's 0-1. Out toward the gap in right center field, and Nick Williams will get under it. 2 outs. And Austin Meadows will pinch hit.
For the Pirates, number 17, Austin Meadows. Will bat for Santana. Austin Meadows.
Yeah, getting back to the taking out Taillon, you know, if you're Alfaro, you don't care who they bring in.
I would agree with that.
Because you weren't seeing the ball good out of his hand.
It's almost like a fresh set of confidence for him. That pitch is just a bit inside. That was a good looking pitch. Yeah, and the other thought too is that if you're Alfaro, you're thinking, all right, this guy's coming in. I would think they're going to throw a fastball, as Larry Vanover was hearing something from the dugout on that pitch. A little low, and it's 2-0. Listen, as we said, we're talking about Clint Hurdle lifting a starter who was so good, but it happens all around baseball. We see Gabe do that from time to time. There's a fly ball out to right field. It'll drop in front of Nick Williams. And Josh Bell will be the hitter. It's all a feel as far as the manager goes. He must have seen something that he thought, all right, I need to get him out of here. But I will say that when the Phillies do it, their bullpen's in a little better shape than the Pirates bullpen is.
Well, this is the out you want right here if you're Jake. You don't want Marte coming up with 2 on. Haven't been able to solve him yet.
Bell was flied out. He struck out. He grounded out to Valentin his first time up. Swing and a miss. Kingery is right behind the second base bag. There goes the runner. Pitch is bounced foul past the first base coach's box. Meadows had a good jump too.
He really did. And you know, this is where kind of, if you're Carlos, you know, I'd like to see him kind of hug the line a little bit. You don't want that thing getting down that corner, especially where Nick's playing. You know, Nick's kind of way off the line. That ball gets hit down the right field line. Meadows are going to score easy.
Popped up over near third base. Franco can't see it, actually off the third base line, and Alfaro will make the catch. I'll tell you, being up this high, that particular pop up right there looked like it was out by the third base bag. The inning is over. We'll go to the eighth. ShopChooseNissan.com and by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Well, I think today the Phillies got what they needed from Jake Arrieta. 7 solid innings. I would think he's done. He was congratulated in the dugout in between innings.
And normally when you see position players talking to him, that's a good sign that he's probably done.
Yeah, 1 walk today, John. 1 walk to go along with 8 strikeouts. Time now for a Hyundai defensive play. He had good defense from Santana behind him.
Yeah, he did, and you know, it's something that's been hampering when Jake pitches. The defense hasn't been really that great, but great play by Santana. Look at the quickness. 1 step, dive, get that ball out of your glove, show it to the pitcher so he can see it all the way. Easy play. Still 3-1, and that's our Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Here's Kyle Crick to face Michael Franco, and he delivers wide. Crick's been pretty good for the Pirates. Franco is 1 for 2. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. 96 miles an hour from Crick.
Good arm. Looks like a 1-inning specialist come in, and most starting pitchers have pretty good follow through. He's hop, skipping, and jumping everywhere.
He has had 9 consecutive scoreless outings. Opposition sitting under 200 in his last 16 innings of work.
You don't see many starters that have follow throughs like him, like Crick.
No, you do not.
It's just one inning, and I'm going to air it out and let it fly.
Yeah, because if they did, they'd be all over the place by the second or third inning, probably, right?
I would think.
Fouled off, 3-2. Off the plate, out toward the middle of the diamond. Big hop to Mercer, and not in time. Franco called himself safe. Sometimes that's almost like a parachute where you slow up when you do that. But that'll be his second hit of the night, or of the day, I should say. Throw was kind of shot put it over by Mercer. It was close.
At that one peak, I got to make it. I got to make it. I can do it. I can do it. Slow up, ball. Slow up, ball. Got it.
For Phillies, number 16.
Well, the Pirates are going to ask the umpires to take a peek at that.
Poor Franco, huh? This is twice. He's been on first base waiting to find out the fate of this at bat.
It did look like his foot was on the bag when the ball bounced into the glove.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
He needs a glass of water. Watch it again. Good job by Bell to hold on to the bag. That's really close. That's closer than I thought.
Well, two things you look at here. Look, it looks like his heel's on the base. Is his heel on the base? Yeah, he's safe.
That is really close.
But why, you know, two things there. You look at the stretch by Bell. He's not stretching to the ball, which shortens it a little bit. Can't get out as far. And then McHale, you remember, was it in Washington where he slipped on the base?
Yes.
He steps on top of the base instead of the front. You know, that's a split second. That's you know, it might be less than 1/10 of a second, but that could be the difference in out and safe on some of these calls.
Well, Larry Vanover to the right.
Either way, we should have our leadoff man on.
I would think so. By the way, John, what are those guys doing behind the umpires? They look like they're confused broadcasters with Cubs shirts on.
Well, I think they're the replay umpires.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah. Doesn't that make sense?
All right, that's kind of funny. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, now it's funny. If they were imitating us, we'd have other names for them.
Yeah. They need better signs, though, don't they?
Yeah.
All right, well, they were wrong. He is safe at first.
Well, you know, they got off the wrong train, I guess. They meant to get off Chicago.
All right, Murph, what's going on, buddy?
Well, it's time for the Major League Notebook, brought to you by the University of Maryland, University College. Blue Jays and Yanks in Toronto today, and they wasted no time showing off their power guys. Brett Gardner hit J.A. Happ's first pitch of the afternoon over the right center field wall, 1-0 lead. Then 4 pitches later, Aaron Judge did the same, 404 feet, his 25th of the year, and they are currently leading right now 7-3 in the 6th inning. And one other note, we've been keeping our eye on this in the notebook this year. Texas Shin-Soo Choo is on base again today. He doubled in his first at bat, his 46th straight game getting on base. That ties a club record. Julio Franco also with 46 straight, so he gets on base tomorrow, guys. He'll have the new record for the Rangers, but he just keeps doing it and doing it early in games too. First at bat.
It's pretty impressive to see what he's doing. They may wind up trading him.
Yeah.
Although the contract is pretty heavy. Cesar fouls it back.
I mean, this is the
out toward right center field. Polanco is under it. Franco tags to draw the throw, and it goes over the head of Mercer. And 1 out.
Is this one of those where, because of who's coming up in the bottom of the 8th, you think Sir Anthony's going to come in?
I do think that. And he may pitch not only the 8th, but part of the 9th inning. I mean, we've seen him pitch more than an inning, obviously, this year on a number of occasions. But I do think it's a matchup thing, John.
Yeah, I do too. I think, Marte's their hottest hitter.
Valentin takes a little low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
I think you couldn't ask for anything more than you got out of Arrieta today.
I think it's awesome that he was able to do what he did today. Out towards center field, and Marte, I think, says he has it, and does. So 2 outs here in the 8th inning. And here comes Reese Hoskins.
Left fielder, Reese Hoskins.
Sure would be nice to add on.
Yeah, the Phillies hanging on to a 1-run lead. They need 6 outs from their bullpen.
Man, this is like the Eagles offense, man. Quick strike today.
In a blink of an eye, there were 2 outs in the 7th inning, and then bam, 3 straight hits.
2 of them first pitch. Kingery and Alfaro.
Yeah, I think it, we talk so much about how patient the Phillies are, but in those spots, Tyone was so good, they didn't let him get to the 2-strike pitch.
I wouldn't have let him get to the 0-1 pitch. And that's what they did.
Outside 2-0 to Reese. Two and two.
I wonder if that's tough to pick up with these shadows. Which is why you want to have the lead before those shadows get out there. Have to think that Sir Anthony can't be a whole lot of fun in these shadows.
I would agree with that.
That cutter or 4-seamer that cuts, whatever. Does he call it a cutter?
No, he calls it a 4-seamer.
Yeah.
Floats that one out to right center field. That'll be in for a base hit. Franco will stop at second, and Reese has his 4th hit of the series. And it brings Odubel up with a chance to add on. Pirates do not have anybody else up in their bullpen, so this is Crick's inning.
Center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Phillies won comfortably last night 17-5, and now they lead it 3-2 here in a totally different game.
Well, you know Odubel's looking first pitch, dead red. And last inning, you know, that infield single started it, even though he was erased on a fielder's choice.
Sometimes we talk about Odubel not always running. That time he ran.
Amazing how much faster you can run when you're sniffing that base hit, too.
I would agree with that. He does swing at the first pitch. It's popped up outside of third. And Moran's got it. And the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. Middle of the 8th inning. The Phils on top of the Pirates by 1. Hoskins and Scott Kingery along with the Bull, Scott Palmer, and the Philly Fanatic on Phillies Vacations Trip to Paradise, January 8th to the 13th. It's an unforgettable 5-night vacation. I know where you can find a photographer. Trip includes luxury accommodations at a Sandals Royal Bahamian Spa Resort, gourmet meals, unlimited food, and premium spirits. Phillies.com/Phillies Vacations for more information. Wayne is he's a man of the people.
He is, you know,
as any Kruk would be.
Well, yeah, it's a given. Lovable.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. It's Wayne's world. We're all just trying to survive, right, Johnny?
He's reached celebrity status. I'm sure he's got an icy light gold card by now.
One ball and 2 strikes.
Got to find out what time he's going to be here tomorrow. Maybe see if we can get him up here to visit.
That one's fouled off the net over the dugout. That'd be cool to get him up here. We do not have any icy light to offer him. We have plenty of chips, pretzels, and non-adult beverages. 1-2 pitch to Marte, and he fouls it back. Marte is 3 for 3 today, facing Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Sure, Wayne has a way to spruce up any soft drink. Looks like a veteran of the adult libations.
Swing and a miss. He got him 100 miles an hour with some sink. And one out here in the 8th inning. No chance, huh?
Well, he walked by. I mean, first of all, look at this pitch. You're talking 100 miles an hour. Watch this baby run and dive. He got no chance. But when he walked by Polanco, I think Polanco looked at him and said, what have you got? And he just threw his hands up like, yeah, good luck.
Here is Polanco. And he takes a fastball, and it's 0-1. That's a fresh arm right there. 99 for Dominguez.
Amazing what a couple days off will do, huh?
A little low. Brewers have scored a run in their game against the Braves. It's now 2-1. That game's now moved to the top of the 8th inning. Larry Vanover called time and just ran for the hills. Oh boy, it's been a strike a lot today.
Maybe the shadows are affecting Larry Vanover too.
A little high. Now 3 balls and 1 strike to Polanco. Braves have just added to the lead. It's now 3-1 against Milwaukee in the 8th inning. Out toward left center field. It's not deep. Odubel on the run. He's not going to get it. It'll drop for a hit. And Polanco's aboard a 1-out single. And Colin Moran is the next hitter.
Wow. That is, I don't know what kind of music that is, but it ain't made to be listened to like with the speaker right in your eardrum.
I got to tell you, when you said wow, I thought you were going to talk about that swing. I didn't realize you were going to the music.
I mean, he got jammed to hit a blooper to center.
Yeah.
Not much to describe there, Tom.
No, that's very true. Fastball on the outside corner. And it's 0-1 to Colin Moran, who is 1 for 3. Changeup. That's interesting. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, it is an interesting pitch with the runner on first base. Carlos holding him on, and you know, I know as someone who's had to hit with these shadows like this, you know, your tendency is to try to get started sooner and get out in front. And you know, you throw a changeup,
Out to center field. Odubel shading his eyes from the sun and makes the catch.
got that throw to second.
2 outs. Every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch of 95 miles per hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And Moran did see it and drove it. And here is Diaz. Diaz is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Off the end of the bat, foul, and it's 0-1. Johnny, we have to wish a happy 93rd birthday to Margaret Schock, Frank Koppenbarger's mother-in-law, who's watching the game today over in Ocean City, New Jersey.
He said she watches every game.
Happy birthday, Margaret. Hope you're enjoying year number 93, or the start of it. They're getting this weather that we've had the last couple of days here in Pittsburgh, down in the Jersey Shore. I mean, it's pretty good weather.
Yes, it is. Makes that walk over the bridge more enjoyable.
Off the end of the bat, off the front of the Phillies dugout. Got stopped by a few people today asking where the pizza place was that we were talking about. There's the Clemente Bridge. We made that trek over yesterday. The normal pizza place, Milano's, was closed or didn't have the pizza outside. There was pizza available across the street. Diaz fouls it again. We decided not to go there. Today, though, it should be there.
You know, anytime you can take a little stroll over the Clemente Bridge with Kevin Stocker, you got to take that opportunity.
Yeah, reminiscing.
He's just such a nice man. I feel so bad for him that he got mixed up with the gang we had. But
the 0-2 is swung on and missed, and Dominguez pitches a scoreless 8th inning. He went with the slider to wrap up the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We'll head to the 9th. Presented by Cure Auto Insurance. Rob Ellis, Ricky Batalico, Corey Seidman will be standing by. They'll talk about Jake Arrieta and his effort today. Also talk about the clutch 7th inning of offense for the Phils with 2 men down. We go to the top of the 9th inning. The Phils lead it by 1, 3-2. David Freese takes over at third base. And Felipe Velasquez will be the new pitcher. Felipe Vasquez, 3.57 ERA. He's the closer for the Pirates. And he will face Carlos Santana, Nick Williams, Scott Kingery. Phillies scored all 3 runs in their half of the 7th inning to erase a 2-0 deficit. Santana takes low. It's 1-0.
first pitch at 99.
Inside, 2-0. Victor Arano is warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies.
They got him from Washington, right?
Yes,
for
Melanson.
Melanson.
Popped up. Foul territory, first base side, and into the seats. Ooh, nice grab.
Yeah.
Like a one-handed catch by that young lady. Way to go.
The Phillies are making plays everywhere, Tom.
Yes, they are. That was a great grab.
A lot of traffic, too.
Yeah. Gentleman with the Hoskins jersey, he couldn't even argue she made such a good play. Swing and a miss, 2-2 to Santana. Altair is out of the on-deck circle, a pinch hit for Williams. How about that reaction from the crowd after that pitch was just off the inside part of the plate?
It has been an interesting strike zone. But it's been interesting for both teams, so it's hard to complain.
Take a look at pitch casts. That was inside.
Guy's got 127 walks already. Of course that's a ball.
Inside, ball 4. Santana leads off the inning with a walk, his 68th walk of the year. And here is Altair.
For the Phillies,
Pitch hitting for Nick Williams, who tripled home run his last time and then scored.
going back for Williams, Aaron Altair.
I don't think Vasquez is very happy.
No, I think he thought a couple of those pitches were strikes. Just a bit outside, 1-0.
Sure, this isn't what Clint Hurdle wanted out of his closer.
Nope. He wanted to make sure it stayed a one-run game. It still might, but he's had a little bit of an issue these first two hitters. That one's pulled sharply right past Freeze down the left field line. Santana's on his way to third base. They'll hold him there. That's a double for Altair. That's a pretty sweet sign. And runners on second and third with nobody out.
Shortstop, Scott Kingery.
Now 2-0, and Aaron, you know, we talked about his timing, how it's been off, and front foot not getting down in time, and that was just a 2-0. I'm going to let this thing fly on time. Rips a ball by David Freeze, and now we're looking at insurance, which would be well needed.
Tell you what, though, I mean, just even making that switch by putting Williams up there. And I know that, you know, it makes sense righty on lefty, but Williams is hitting better than Altair is and has a triple today. Very cool, though, that it worked out.
He's pushing the right buttons right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you hope that continues, and you hope, but you know, you can look at all the numbers and all the statistical data you want, but if the players don't perform, it's all irrelevant. But they're performing.
And Kingery takes a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Well, a couple chances here to add on. Kingery today has an RBI single. That was in the 7th inning. That tied the game at 2. Then he scored the go-ahead run. No balls, 2 strikes, and a line drive foul. And it remains 0-2.
You ever seen a first baseman playing this far off the line with Kingery up? Josh Bell way off the line. I saw the first pitch. I wonder if Scotty can push a bunt toward first base. There's no way Bell can get there in time to throw out Carlos at home. But a base hit to center would be nice.
Fouls it off again. He's getting some swings here. It remains 0-2. Over to the third base side. Freeze has it. Looks at Santana. And he throws Kingery out. Boy, Bell was pretty close to coming off that bag a little early. Jose Flores is looking over toward the dugout.
Yeah, he put his hands up like, I don't know. Let's take a look, maybe.
But Rob Thompson didn't move from his spot.
Well, not going on contact, which is smart. Nah, he was on.
Yeah, he was on. Now Alfaro had the RBI double his last time up. That gave the Phils the lead. In the dirt, nice play by Diaz. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Ball got a piece of somebody, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. May have hit Vanover. Tomorrow the Phillies and the Pirates will wrap up this series. Nick Kingham will start for the Pirates. Phillies have not determined who their starter will be. They'll announce it after the ball game today. And we know that Wayne will be here. He's got some new buddies out there. Alfaro fouls it back to the screen. We know that Drew Anderson was scratched from his start today, so we may see him in some way, shape, or form, whether it be on the mound starting or out of the bullpen.
This could be interesting too. If Alfaro doesn't bring any runs in, do you walk Franco to make Gabe make a decision? Do you take Sir Anthony out?
Yeah, you could. Knapp is waiting on the top step. Swing and a miss. Well, we'll find out what they do. I would if I were them.
I absolutely would.
I mean, Knapp is in the on-deck circle. Morano continues to warm up in the bullpen.
Now, if Franco gets a base hit here, do you leave get Sir Anthony in to hit and move on?
No, I think you hit for him. If Franco gets a base hit and 2-run score, I think you hit for him. I don't know what their plan is. You know, sometimes we've seen, well, if they have this 1-run lead, they will have him start the inning. Franco has 2 hits today. He's also flying out to right, and he takes in the dirt. It's 1-0.
I am surprised that you're not going to make Gabe play his hand just yet.
Franco is a lifetime 300 hitter against the Pirates. His last 16 games hitting over 350. Outside, and it's 2-0.
And now they're putting him on.
So Franco will be intentionally walked. And that'll load the bases up. And Andrew Knapp in the on-deck circle will be introduced as a pinch hitter. So that'll do it for Sir Anthony Dominguez.
For the Phillies, number 15.
So maybe that was the plan all along, that he was only going to go 1 inning.
Back for Dominguez, Andrew Knapp.
All right, Andrew, make it a moot point and get a hit here.
Well, his last swing as a righty was a good one.
With the home run down the left field line.
Absolutely. I can see him move it over a little bit and hit one toward Wayne.
You imagine that celebration if this is a grand slam to Wayne.
Might start his own wave.
Good swing, fouled it back. It's 0-1. Gabe was talking today about Andrew, and he mentioned this also last night. He said much more confident hitter, more smiles. He's in an attack mode, which you just saw right there. And he's starting to believe in himself more and more as he's made these adjustments to his swing, slight adjustments that were awkward, it looked like early on, but are starting to pay off. He is 14 for his last 38. And that's a span of a dozen games. He has 10 RBIs during that time and 8 extra base hits overall. Well, now he's down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the 9th inning. The Phil's up by 1. Two is swung out and missed, and the Phillies leave him loaded here in the 9th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 3 men left. Middle of the 9th inning, the Phils on top by 1. We'll be back right after this. hit their 6th consecutive game against the Pirates this year. Aaron Altair stays in the ballgame to play right field for Nick Williams. He came out a pinch hit for him. And Victor Arano was on the pitch trying to pick up his 2nd save. Well, we've been talking about these one-run games. The Phillies have had a lot of them this year. And it continues here this afternoon. Arano, well, he's got that slider, so there must be some matchup that they like. Phillies have 8 different players who have picked up a save this year.
Is that a record?
That's a good question. That's a lot of guys to pick up saves this year. Arano's one of them. You have Neris leading the way with 10.
Especially in just the first half.
Neris with 10, Sir Anthony with 8, Jake Thompson with 2. And then Arano, Garcia, Hunter, Morgan, and Ramos each with a save.
Jake got the one in that 3-inning deal, right?
And then he threw the 1 pitch to get the other one. No balls and 1 strike. Corey Dickerson is 0 for 3. He's grounded out. He has struck out. He's flied out. Phillies are 48-37, trying to get to 12 games over 500. Now the 0-1 pitch. Grounded foul toward the Phillies dugout. It's no balls, 2 strikes. It'll be Dickerson, Harrison, and Jordy Mercer. Those are the scheduled hitters for the Pirates.
And Arano comes out right out of the gate 0-2. Great sign for the Phillies. Get ahead, then make them have to chase.
Fly ball down the left field line. Hoskins coming in, and it's a fair ball. Going to second base with the throw, and he is safe at second base. Dickerson took a chance. Valentin looks into the dugout. And a leadoff double for the Pirates.
Wow. I mean, that's just well-placed ball by Dickerson, and Reese, yeah, he did everything he could. Give Dickerson credit, though. We talked about it last night. These guys haven't given up. They're hustling. They're taking extra bases. They're being aggressive on the bases, and that's just an aggressive play that played out for the Pirates right there.
So now Harrison, who is 0 for 3, is struck out twice and grounded out.
If he can get a slider and get a ground ball to McHale to keep Dickerson from advancing.
Almost did. It's 0-1. Harrison just a little anxious. So back-to-back hitters now. He jumps out, no balls and 2 strikes. Tried it again. This time he takes it 1-2. Phillies don't have anybody else up in the bullpen, so this is Arano's inning. Popped him up. Santana gives it a look. Not much room over there, so it's going to go back into the seats. And it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I wonder if you get a fastball up and in. A lot of balls down and away. You get a fastball up and in, and even if it's a ball, now you open up that outside again.
Yeah, the slider is his out pitch, so that's what you're looking to do. Swing and a miss. He did get him up. How about that, John?
Good piece of pitching right there by Arano. That was nice. He had him down, 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 down with everything, and then elevate and let him see something different. It hops on him quicker. Look at this. Everything away. One caught more up than he would like, but then the fastball up and in right there to Harrison, and he did. Trust me, the reason I know that because I've had it done to me so many dang times.
Keep changing the eye angle and everything, the eye level. Freeze takes a strike 0-1. Which is Mercer, I should say.
And that too, you're just so happy to see a fastball.
Well, that's true too.
You know, man, okay, threw something straight, and then it's by you.
Mercer today is 0 for 2. He walked his first time up, flied out to right his last 2 times. Swing and a miss, 0-2. 3 straight hitters now. No balls and 2 strikes for Arano. There's David Freeds. He's on deck.
I assume you can do the same thing right here with Mercer. And you know that's a hard part because these pitchers now are so trained down, 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 and you know, if you can throw a fastball up, man, it's such a great weapon.
Swing and a miss, up and in at 95, 2 outs. Boy, Alfaro looked like he was setting up outside too.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to set up early in case Dickerson was going to give some signs to Jordy Mercer, like, you know, fastball's coming, but just again a great pitch. You know, one knee, you know, casual. Hey, when you're in first place, you can go cash, Tom.
Well, here's David Freeze up for the first time today. Freeze, a .263 hitter. Outside 1-0. Five home runs, 23 runs batted in. Slider 1-1. Everybody has different sliders. I think Arano's slider sometimes looks like a curveball, but it is a slider.
Yeah, it's a bigger break than, say, Ramos. Tight slider.
Out towards center field. It's not deep. Odubel is there and puts it away. And the Phils with another 1-run victory. They win it 3-2 as they take game 2 against the Pirates. They've won 6 straight against the Buccos. In the 9th inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left in scoring position. Wayne is congratulating all Phillies fans on behalf of the club as they win their 49th game of the year. They're 12 games over 500. And how about Arano? Gave up that leadoff double, but then was able to get the next 3 hitters to record his 2nd save of the season. Well, it's the 6th consecutive win for the Phillies against the Pirates, the first time since the 07 season, which carried over from 06. They've won consecutive games in a season at PNC Park for the first time since 08. And it's the first series win already for the Phillies here in Pittsburgh since 2013. All right, our W. Mason deliveries the game. 3 of them come in the 7th inning.
Yeah, nothing going on against Jamison Taillon until Nick Williams hits his triple down the line. Bobbled a little bit by Polanco, but Santana scores easy. Nick gets in with the triple. And then Scott Kingery doesn't waste any time. First pitch, a little slider by Tyon. Line drive up the middle, tie game. After they take Tyon out with only upper 70s in the pitch, Alfaro hits a big double to right center field. It scores Scotty jetpacks Kingery, and those are our deliveries of the game. And Jorge Alfaro's down on the field with Murph.
Well, 3 runs in that inning, all with 2 outs, and the big swing off of your bat. Obviously, you were very aggressive. Went after a first pitch. Was that the plan when you walked up there?
I mean, I was tend to my teammates first. Then, I mean, we get the rallying after 2 outs, and I mean, like, we came up from down, and I just try to go there and find a pitch that I can make a hard contact. I don't care where he goes. I just try to make a good contact, and it happens. I mean, you find a hole, and we get to score those 3 runs on that inning.
28 come from behind wins for this team. You just continue to be able to come back and score late in games and get the win. Is that just the personality of this team?
I mean, like, we play like a family. We like try to help each other and all that. And I mean, like, we never quit. We always like go there and like fight for those runs, fight for that game, and we never get down and quit at all.
Able to get those runs, and that was able to get Jake Arrieta the win. He pitched